How to deal with controlling people. You know, those are the types of people who be like, I just called you 27 times. Where were you? What were you doing? Why didn't you answer me? How dare you not answer me? And you'll be like, I had surgery. I couldn't. So yeah, those are the type of people who really want to control every aspect of our lives, what we're doing, how we're dressing, even how we're feeling, and so on. And to make things just a little worse, those are usually the people who are closest to us, our parents, friends, family members, partners, and so on. How do we end up in those types of relationships anyway? Well, if we look from the highest perspective, that is because we have to learn how to set energy boundaries. We have to learn that we are not responsible for other people's lives. We are only responsible for ourselves. If you are exposed to really controlling people from a very young age, let's say that your parents were like that, that might seem so unfair to you, but see, it isn't really. Why? Because that is the easiest and fastest way that you will learn how to set boundaries, that you will learn how to love yourself, and so on, because you got pretty good chances that by the time you'll be 20 or 30, you'll be already master on that area. So that's amazing. I really want you to ask yourself, why am I allowing this person to control me? That's such an annoying question, I know, especially if your parents are like that. But let's say, okay, now we will discover limiting beliefs. Well, because I have to obey my parents. They sacrificed so much for me. They sacrificed their whole lives for me, let's say. So what if they sacrificed their lives? Well, that means that I have to sacrifice too. That I have to give something back. Why? Because, well, if I won't, they won't love me anymore. So what's so bad about that? So what if your parents won't love you no more? That means that I'll be left alone. I'll be abandoned. So that is most likely key belief. People always abandon me. I always have to obey other people. And also, when you are dealing with that kind of people, you most likely have a limiting subconscious belief that you don't deserve any better. That's it. So you're sticking with that person even if they're not good for you, just because you are so sure that that's the best that you can get. Okay? So really work on removing those beliefs and downloading new positive ones. I promise, once you do that, you will immediately feel so much better. You will look at the whole situations with with completely different point of view. Okay, so things will really go for the better once you will discover and remove those beliefs. You are not here to save everybody. Why am I saying that? Because when you're dealing with that type of people, you most likely have a belief that you have to save everybody. You are responsible for the way that other people feel. You have to save the world. And how is this showing? Is by people saying to you, it's your fault that I feel so bad. It's all because of you. Oh, don't you fall for that. That will mess you up. If you hear that enough times, you will start to believe it, and when you believe it, it will be so easy for the other person to control you even more. See, you can't ever be responsible for the way that other people feel. It's impossible. They have their own feelings, their feelings, they are not yours. You have nothing to do with it. So always remember that. You also need to set energy boundaries. You know, if someone is controlling you, did you notice how tired you feel? You feel so exhausted all the time. You're like, I'm just a little bit tired. I think I need a quick nap for a week, maybe even 2. That's because they are taking all of your energy away, and you can't allow this to be happening anymore. See how this thing works. In your solar plexus chakra, that's your third chakra, that is responsible for feeling confident, knowing how to set boundaries, feeling powerful, and so on. From that chakra, normally they go, how to explain, some kind of strings, bonds that go from you to another person, and through that bonds you're losing energy. Now that ain't good. You don't need that. You have to cut it. So what I suggest you to do, go into meditation, visualize how all these strings are being cut, and you'll see the moment you'll do that, you'll get so much energy. Now, you're not doing anything bad, don't you think that? Because those strings are not in nobody's highest good, and you don't need them, neither the other person. And once you'll do that, the other person who is trying to control you will finally get the chance to confront with their pain, to discover the reasons why why they're treating you like that. And one more thing, you can never break the bond of love or cut it, or it's impossible. So don't be worried about that. Don't argue or try to defend yourself. I did that so many times. Oh, what a mistake. I did like 1,000 mistakes, but I learned now why. You lose so much energy, and the other person, they won't get you anyway. They'll just be more upset. So the best way to go about this thing is calmly say that you feel that this is not in your highest good, if they treat you like that, and so on. Then walk away. That's it. Just explain calmly. Don't get involved in no drama. Oh my God, no, please. Now, you might experience resistance. That is normal. Don't be afraid, because see, that other person needs you. They are not as powerful as you think. They are actually much weaker than you, because they need you, they need your energy. And once they see that they won't be able to control you no more, they will go in some sort of panic mode. They'll be like, oh my God, I just can't lose this relationship. I have to do whatever it takes to maintain it. So be prepared for resistance. They might lash out at you, but realize that you'll be you'll have a higher vibration anyway, so that they will stop, because they will see that there is no point in doing that anymore, and you'll be free. And another thing that I discovered within myself is if you are in relationships with really controlling people, that means that subconsciously you don't want to take responsibility for your own life. I was so angry when I discovered that. But it's true. See, because look, if someone is controlling you, you give all of your energy to them. You ain't got no time to deal with your life. See? So ask yourself, why am I so afraid to take responsibility for my life? Most common beliefs are if I'll take responsibility for my own life, I will ruin it. I always ruin everything. I'm no good. I'm not capable of living my life. I always have to depend on other people and so on. Okay, those were all the things that really helped me in dealing with really controlling people. I really hope that they will help you too. I wish you an amazing day filled with love and peace. Bye.